And we are at Places, folks. Places, please, for the top of the show. Places, places. Thank you. Standing by house to half and house out. Stand by lights to house to half. Go. Lights to and house out. Go.
Where there would normally be lines of theater goers, there are none. Governor Cuomo ordered Broadway to shut down for a month beginning tonight, longer than when the famed theaters closed during September 11th or following Superstorm Sandy.
It was announced that all Broadway theaters would be shut down until April 12th as New York tries to contain the novel coronavirus.
Broadway is going dark. All Broadway theaters are shutting their doors until April 13th or until further notice.
Broadway shows have been suspended. They've suspended all performances through April 12th.
New York, overloaded and underprepared. The extreme measures medical workers there are forced to take.
Well, the bright lights of Broadway won't be so bright for a while now. With large gatherings still banned, the pandemic is forcing Broadway to stay dark through the summer.
Will remain dark for the rest of the year, and that means you won't be able to catch a performance until January at the earliest.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Brian Stokes Mitchell, chairman of the Actors Fund. I hope you and yours are safe and well. Welcome to BraveHearts for Broadway. Let us entertain you. BraveHearts for Broadway was conceived by Michael Merritt, a registered nurse, while he was working in a COVID-19 unit in an emergency department in New York City. When it was announced that Broadway and all theater would remain dark for the foreseeable future, Michael got the idea of uniting healthcare and other essential workers to help support those impacted by the sudden closure of theatrical venues everywhere. So tonight, those multi-talented frontline and essential workers will be singing and performing in celebration and support of all those who work in theater and entertainment. I am so looking forward to this night because as much as this evening promises to be entertaining and fun, it is also thoughtful and generous and kind. And we can't have too much of that in our world right now, so thank you all. I think Michael put it best when he said, quote, Healthcare professionals help mend broken bodies, while our theater brothers and sisters help heal our spirits. Now more than ever, it's become apparent that we need each other." End quote. Michael, I couldn't agree with you more. The Actors Fund has helped bodies, minds, and spirits for more than 130 years. In this time of challenge and uncertainty, we continue to serve entertainment professionals in film, theater, television, music, opera, radio, and dance. These sectors were among the first to close and are likely to be among the last to reopen. Tonight, as we celebrate BraveHearts for Broadway together virtually, the Actors Fund remains open for crew members, stage managers, musicians, dancers, actors, writers, directors, and so many more in our entertainment community. We continue to provide affordable housing, healthcare, and insurance counseling, senior care, secondary career development, and more, all to promote stability and resiliency and serve as a safety net to those in need. We also continue to offer emergency financial assistance to those in the entertainment community who are in crisis due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Learn more about us at actorsfund.org. Our thanks to Playbill.com and BraveHearts for Broadway for including a link throughout this show so you can donate to the Actors Fund. Please give what you can. It will really help those in need in our industry and show tonight's participants how deeply we appreciate their talent and their hearts. So tonight, on behalf of the Actors Fund, I thank you, the donors, and especially Michael and all of the talented healing artists of Brave Hearts for Broadway. You're helping us get through this tough time together, and we are all very grateful because you care.
Chosen to heal the hopeless, to reach out and touch someone.
The world is waiting, so we live it forward. Brave hearts unite in love.
We'll be there. Together we'll light the way. So if you're chosen to heal the hopeless, reach out and touch someone. Sometimes it feels like this world is broken, in desperate need of repair. Start on the front lines, we risk our own lives to those hurting everywhere. Do it because we care. Because we care. Ooh.
The doors are closed, but our arms are open. No one should be alone. We give our time to make this difference. Give back what we've been shown.
'Cause you're there, burdening up our days. 'Cause you care. Make sure we give you thanks. Sometimes it feels like this world is broken, in desperate need of repair.
I am a brave heart.
I am a brave heart.
I am Flo, and I'm from Perth, Western Australia, and I am a brave heart.
When you guys start talking, it should switch to you. It's got to hear you first. So keep talking, and then it'll switch. When I put myself on mute, it should not come back to myself. Okay. But once you guys start going, it should stay on you. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I am going to just see if my speaker view comes on. Unfortunately, it's not.
I can see you on
There we
one.
go. Is it just my face on yours?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
My name is Michael E. Merritt. Not only am I a producer and playwright, but I'm also a registered nurse. During the worst of the COVID-19 pandemic, I worked in the COVID-19 unit in a very busy emergency department in New York City. When it was announced that Broadway, Off-Broadway, and regional theaters would remain closed now until 2021, I had an idea. Healthcare workers heal the body while theater heals our collective soul. So, why not merge these two industries? I've always had that belief, if I'm going to be thinking anyway, I might as well think big.
Go big or go home.
Go big or go home. Because Broadway's big, theater's big, and the fact that the Actors Fund has come in to partner with us because this is what they do. The fact that they have a skilled living facility and they also have rehab, and that's right up my alley because it's healthcare. So what they do and what I want to do just fit like this. As a society, we often put the arts down low on our list.
Yes.
Not me, but I don't even think the theaters or anybody got bailout money. And so, and my mind is like infuriating. Okay, so what can I do? And it's almost like theaters on life support right now. So who better to take care of people on life support than frontline workers, than healthcare workers? If I can get this choir, now it's global, to raise a lot of money, and not only money, but awareness, so people can start talking about theater and start to really just keeping it going until our theaters open again.
Hi everyone, this is Annette Benning. I'm Vice Chair of the Board of the Actors Fund. I hope you and yours are safe and well. This pandemic has impacted the lives of people worldwide, including our own entertainment community. With shutdowns on Broadway and in film and television, theater, concerts, dance, music, and many other areas of entertainment, the need is great and growing. I'm going to tell you about two key ways the Actors Fund is helping: emergency financial assistance and access to health insurance. Since March 18th, the Actors Fund has provided more than $15 million to more than 13,000 people who work in performing arts and entertainment. This emergency financial assistance is helping our most vulnerable and those in financial crisis to cover basic living expenses such as food, essential medications, utilities, and more. Due to the episodic nature of their employment, people who work in entertainment often lack the ability to secure and sustain health insurance, as they lose the weeks of work that qualify them for health insurance from their various unions. The Actors Fund is addressing this health insurance eligibility crisis by offering assistance to the community through our Every Artist Insured campaign. Our counselors are providing help in navigating health insurance options and support to those who need it most in securing and keeping their health insurance coverage active. On behalf of the Actors Fund, thank you all so much for supporting a life in the arts. We really appreciate it. And thank you to everyone at Brave Hearts for Broadway for these beautiful performances tonight. Enjoy.
This is the sound of our city, New York City, every night at 7 o'clock, thanking the essential workers. This is how much we love you. This is how much we appreciate you. We are forever grateful to you, and we want you to know how much we love you.
Everything that every professor that I respected and I still communicate with all the time, I'm like, Remember all those things you told me I'll never have to do? I did them all. They told me I was never gonna have to do this, and here I am. It was a weird time for me because I lost my dad in October from respiratory failure. And it was like, every day I just felt like what these families were going through, and I'm like, this is real. It felt like a movie. I think I would have been a hot mess if I didn't have you guys.
The three of us actually all experienced tragedy, and yet we still had to work through our own tragedies and our own grief to actually helping other people through their grief.
Which for me was a little therapeutic, Mike, to tell you the truth. And I don't know if I used it more of a distraction, not even realizing I was distracting, from it. But for me, it felt like I could actually do something to get away from those feelings I was having, about losing my mom in the middle of that.
Yeah, I think that when you put yourself here and when you're helping other people, that is very healing, because suddenly it becomes about somebody else. And I always say, if you're depressed or if you're in darkness, go help somebody.
I am a brave heart.
I am a brave heart.
I am a brave heart.
I mostly visit elderly Asian patients, and they speak Cantonese, so I speak Cantonese to them. We converse in Cantonese, and I do primary care checkups, so I reconcile their medications, see what's up with their health. And then when the elderly house call visits was suspended, then I started doing the COVID testing.
One of the things that we all were very, very concerned with was the fact that we were going to bring it home.
Sometimes I would come home and I just felt like, like the way they treated me, I don't blame anyone for being so cautious, but at the same time, I felt like I was this monster infected coming into my own house.
It was very intense. It was very eerie because we've been in the ER for many years. One day we were wrapped in multiple bodies. It was very unpredictable. We didn't know what we were going to enter work with. It was a challenge.
If we didn't get sick with our PPE, and granted we did have more, we had the cappers and then the face shields, but reality was we had a mask on. If it wasn't for the support of each other, I don't know how we would have ever gone through it.
I am a brave heart.
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 While the world suffers collectively through COVID-19, the theater industry and its workers have been hit especially hard. Theater was the first industry to close its doors and will be among the very last to rebound. It can take hundreds of workers to put on a single show, so while theater doors remain closed, these workers remain in need. These are some of their stories.
Hey, it's Winnie Churchill. Listen, theater heals the soul, something that you people never know. Have you seen Chicago? Lion King, every seat is sold. Look what we catch when the camera rolls. And when the curtains close, everyone gets a moment to their souls. Hold it like you were never gonna show. Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Hey, have you ever seen Earth without art? A car without parts? Broadway. What if the doctor's shift don't start? What if they didn't have heart? Brightway. Listen, theater heals the soul, something that you people now know. Have you seen Chicago? Lion King, every seat is sold. Look what we catch when the camera rolls. The great bright way. The great bright way. Look, I don't even know, but it's the only way we'll go, cause it's the great bright way. Broadway. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Harvey Fierstein, and I'm thrilled to be part of this event celebrating FrontLine and essential workers in their support of theater professionals around the world. As if they haven't done enough already, they're giving back to our struggling theater community through the Actors Fund. I couldn't be prouder or more grateful to be here. So thank you, everyone, for being part of this inspirational event.
People may not know that the theaters didn't get the bailout money, and it's very important that people understand that this affects not just the performers, but
everyone
the
in the
ushers,
industry.
everybody, and there's so many. There's just so many.
I mean, there's assistance that is needed now.
Yeah.
And, you know, all of us that can speak up or write to our congresspeople, our senators, we just need to remind them how important and how all-encompassing this help will be.
And understand that no matter what side of the aisle you're on, it's very important to help people.
All of us have to put that as our priority. Reach out and offer kindness, empathy, and compassion. This is the time for it. This is the time for it. And that's what you're doing with this wonderful concept that you created. I'm very proud of you.
Something like theater shuts down or TV and film production shuts down, and I think the first thing we think of is, oh my gosh, I don't get to see shows, or I don't get to see my favorite theater piece or musical or play or TV show or movie. And that also means the people that are working wardrobe, costumes, the people who are doing all the transport for TV and film work, all the stage hands, all the, like you said, the ushers, all the marketing teams, the press people, the people, like you said, the people that clean the bathrooms, the people that are doing the merch stands. And there are some really, really dire and immediate consequences of things like this. There's never been a doubt in my mind that people need the arts. I am still hopeful. I know that it will come back. Our artists are essential. We do need that in our lives. Talk about mental health. I mean, we need what you all are doing. We need to take care of our bodies, but our bodies and our minds and our hearts and our souls are all connected.
I am a brave heart.
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 I'm Tatum, and I'm a brave heart.
Yeah, if you can give us a tour, that'd be fantastic.
Here's the leg. This is like that. That took a long time to do.
Do you cartoon, like draw them out first?
For the most part, I'll do a lot of sketches, but I have done, I have sculpted puppets in the past, a full puppet, before I really thought it through of what I wanted to do, what the puppet needs to do in the show. This little guy. He took the longest to figure out. I've gotten to the point now to take a longer amount of, brainstorming time before I start making something. Really think. Like here, you'll see this little grip back here on his toes. That's a space for my toes to grab his, so I work his feet with my feet.
The engineering that you have to meditate on is so impressive.
If it was something that was going to be a bit complex, I thought it'll work the first time I make it. And I realized, oh no, sometimes it's something called a prototype. You gotta work something else first. Yeah. We all probably feel at times you make something and you're not happy with it. You had these expectations, it doesn't turn out as you planned. And I thought one time, wow, what if the work had feelings and took that in, your dissatisfaction with it? Basically, that's the Frankenstein story, that creator. And that was that idea of that whole Frankenstein story and being inspired by that then I took it up to what's a larger creator than Victor Frankenstein? Oh, let's try God, let's look at his problems.
I'm happy so many frontline and essential workers have joined us tonight in support of our theater colleagues everywhere. We've all been through so much these past few months. We will get through this, all of us. If we can work together to uplift and support one another today, then there will be hope for a better world tomorrow. Thank you, Brave Hearts for Broadway. You're doing wonderful work for the Actors Fund.
Our Frontline choir and friends are not just limited to the United States. Our Brave Hearts are spread throughout the entire globe. Travel with us to Cuba for a beautiful performance from cellist Rosaine Fonseca Bagarotti.
Hello, my name is Shoshana and I'm Cuban. It is a pleasure for me to participate in this beautiful project. Thank you very much to the Frontline workers and the Frontline chorus for supporting theater workers everywhere.
This little guy, mine's an Altoids, and it's a little baby. It's a quick, like when we're on stage, and these things are really cool. I thought these would have a slider on them to put in my apron, but they don't, so I'd kill myself before I'd kill someone else, but these are cute. They're little, like, thingy-majiggers.
What is a bite light, Marla?
Okay, so a bite light is something we need. That's the one thing that you definitely have to have, and we all share them, which sometimes isn't good. Now after COVID, ain't nobody gonna share this. So this is a bite light, and you can see in the dark. This is a Mean Girls apron I got.
Fun. Nice.
But this is my Hamilton one. Not Hamilton, the certain George Washington and Jefferson and all their white shirts. They all had tons of white shirts. We had to iron and everything because I'm a local dresser. So when they come in on their tour, we do all the local stuff and prep. Well, they had the cherry blossoms, and we figured after all this ironing we had to do that they had that ink receipt into them, or that specification of who they belong to, even though they were tagged who they went to. The costume designing is amazing how they actually design it.
So that's Washington, I guess?
Yes, that was Washington.
Oh, funny.
Nice.
Funny.
But he had the cherries in his, and like, it was funny. It took us a good week before we saw it. Before we saw that lacing, before our girls that were ironing, my girl ironing, before she saw it, my buddy. And then she's like, look at this, because we were doing a work call. She's like, you're not going to believe this. And that's when she was showing me everybody had a different one. And it was a work call day. I was just like, that's amazing. So it was just so special to catch something like that. We all felt special about that. I don't know if anybody else did, but I know we did in Orlando.
Everyone's going to feel special now because you just revealed something that I think like 1% of the Hamilton population even knows.
And that goes to Mags. She found it.
In high school, someone said, hey, we need someone to pull curtains for our show. Do you want to do it? And I said, sure. So there I was, just, the main rag, pulling that. And then after that, I just stage managed all through high school, really learning what that means. And we are at Places, folks. Places, please, for the top of the show. Places, places. Thank you. So I decided to make a video of just like all the calls that I do. And I decided to do the top of show ramble just because. And that putting them all together in that one video was like, I didn't even know the effect that it would have on people. Follow spots, 1 and 2. Yes, we do. Perfect. All right. And on the house lights. Hello, how's it looking from your side of the stage? More than anything, I love that it brought comfort and joy to people in this time. And that is really what makes me feel good about it.
Hi everybody, it's Kristin Chenoweth. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to the Actors Fund and to say thank you to you guys, because many of us actors would not have these resources to turn to without the Actors Fund. Also, to our healthcare workers, we wouldn't be able to have even gotten this far without you guys. So just sending love to both groups, to everybody. We will get through this, we will be stronger for it. And I just want to tell everyone to hang in there. It's hard, but hang in there and stay golden.
Theater is magic. And it's whether it's a legit theater, a movie theater, or an opera house. When you go into one of these buildings, especially when they're beautiful, for whatever you're going to see, when the lights go out and the curtain goes up, voila. And if you lose that, you lose heart. Everybody, I think everybody benefits from theater. You learn something from every single, even if the show is bad, you learn from it. But when it's good, when it's really good, there's nothing like it.
I love musical theater. I've done musical theater growing up. As a behavior therapist and a future mental health therapist, I can say that. I think that it's almost like a cathartic, therapeutic experience.
What did Broadway mean to me? I would say that it gave a sense of love, a sense of family. And I can relate to that working in healthcare.
I think this idea of this choir for frontline workers is just the best. It's the best outlet for people like me right now.
I went to the music team and I said, look, right now we have over 50 submissions. I'm going to follow your lead. If it's too many, you tell me what you are comfortable doing. And Andrew, who's the musical director, said, let's go big. So we're going big. And the music is incredible.
Thing for me as a songwriter is I don't like to do anything cheesy. We're going to write us something that we like, that's good.
I'm very excited that frontline and essential workers across the United States and around the world have signed on to be members of the Frontline Choir to help support the Actors Fund.
Any updates for us on anybody?
I like that face.
Yes, we have confirmation, and I have confirmed confirmation of actuality happening. Is Billy Porter 100% is in.
If you sing, I'd love for you to join in. If you don't, maybe record yourself dancing to it, having fun, your friends, your family. If you want to sing, I'm going to sing. If you're like, hell no, then you can maybe dance or just do something fun.
Your song sums up the entire project, Matt. I'm telling you.
Amazing. And it all came from a couple emails from you. When you said "Because We Care," I was like,
That's it. Because we care.
Yeah, man. And I wouldn't say no to something like that. It's such an amazing idea, and it's just, look what's happening. It's so amazing to be a part of.
That's great. Well, we're definitely glad to have you, and
yeah, and whatever you need. But now it's like, so you came to me at the right time, because Stand Up, Because We Care, those are all things I love and I'm proud of. Like, it's not just I gotta write a pop song for this dude who wants, like a sentimental thing. So this is very again, timing is insane how all this is popping off.
Yeah, because in both of those songs have such an incredibly positive message for the world, not just
which is needed. Right
yeah,
now,
totally.
badly.
And then you sending your thoughts. I mean, for us as songwriters, it's if it's for us, it's for us. But since it was for you, we really wanted you to love it and to put your sentiment on it. So I'm happy that you like what we did, because that's our first thing. Like, we want to love it as a song. But lyrically and the feel, it's all I would have rewrote it 20 times to make you happy for what you really wanted to say. So a lot of people don't know what they want, so it was really helpful because I literally used lines that you gave us.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I'm at home, and so I think I hit Matt up, was like, hey, I know you're probably still busy, but you're not traveling as much. Maybe we can get together. So I always call it, as unfortunate as this virus is, there's a lot to be learned from it, or how people were growing as people or doing things that we've never thought we could do. And one of them is just connecting with a new friend and all of this stuff. We've written so many songs from it.
And it took you how long to write the song?
It was like Friday, no song, Sunday demo. It was that fast.
It was super weird, the whole process. I started writing lyrics kind of in the spare room. I was just sitting there. My husband's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I don't know." I was just writing lyrics. It had been a really long time since I had written lyrics first and then tried to put music to that. Usually what I do is I write music first. In that process, it was kind of magical. And I remember I had a super hard time just recording the demo vocals for it because I would start to cry. I would cry when I would sing them. I was like, "What's happening?" And I think I said something to you, Michael, like, I'm having a problem because I can't get through the first verse without totally falling apart into weepy tears. But I finally got, after a lot of takes and a lot of sections, got the whole thing out, and I was not happy with it. I'm like, I think I have something, but I was so tired at that point. It was like 2 a.m. or something, and so I sent the whole thing to Andrew, like, here, session and all. I mean, like, the whole thing. I sent him all the files. I'm like, please make it better. And the next day, he wrote that unbelievable, easily the best verse in the song, the unbelievable verse, 2 verses, in the middle of the song, and I went, what? Yeah, just magical, whole thing. And 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I just, seeing it, having the world see it, and is with all the voices and everything is incredible. But that's not the only one, the only song that you wrote. We also, Andrew, I'll start with you on There For You. It's literally bringing disco back, and I am just all about that.
When you asked me to write a song for this, I was like, well, what are you feeling like? Because honestly, and I told Molly this yesterday, I was just like, most people come to me for like your weepy ballad. Like that's literally, it's my signature thing. And you're like, I want something with a little energy behind it. Like, I was like, all right. Lady Gaga's album had just come out, and I was like, I think we need to at least feel like we're in the club. And then I wanted it to be a disco tune, demoed it out, we did it, and then in my head it was still like contempo pop disco, and then I started talking to my instrumentalist friends, and this was Elisa. I was like, Elisa, do I need to add some real cats on this? She's like, go for it. Absolutely. Yeah. I was like, great, all right. All I needed was permission to run with it. And I called up some of my friends and just sent them the track, sent them some charts, and asked, be like, I was like, do your thing on it. Like, it's open, but like, these are where the changes are. I think it's a disco tune. Like, what have you got? And they really, all of them, we didn't even play together or have a meeting about it. They all just went throwback disco with it. And I was like, then that's what the song is. It's just speaking to you. It said the same thing to these 4 players individually without anything from me. I thought that's so cool. You spoke to them. I was like, great, we're all on the same page. It's a throwback disco tune. I'm going to lay down some Rhodes and some tremolo strings because that's where it went. And it is.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun, and I cannot wait to see. I mean, especially with the choreography that's part of it, and tap dancing. It was just like the perfect song for that, and to get people up and make them, give them that feel good moment, and you nailed it. You nailed it.
Another storm in the air. It isn't the first, and it won't be the last that we bear. The end is nowhere in sight, but it won't get us down, 'cause we're armored and ready to fight. I feel like a sigh, changing the tide, sailing
G'day! I'm a Braveheart from Australia.
I'm a Braveheart.
Please take the time to donate now. Our brave hearts need you and so appreciate your generosity and compassion. Thank you.
I am a Braveheart.
Soy un corazón valiente.
My prayers and my best wishes to everyone, and let's pray that this coronavirus goes away and may the world heal from this disease. And my prayers.
Thank God you were there. Thank God the healthcare workers didn't shirk and they showed up, because that's the vow that they take. I think it's so incredibly lovely that healthcare workers would feel the need to want to give back to us when it's we who owe so much to them. And not just them, obviously, first responders of all kinds and frontline workers. I mean, when I think of like people stocking shelves in a grocery store, it just kills me. Like, these are not high-paying jobs.
Right.
And, to me, it's like, if you put your life on the line, you should get paid very, very well.
I agree. Tell me a little bit about your work with the Beaverton High School Performing Arts.
We did have a very rich performing arts department, and these kids deserve the same thing. And I don't think that it should be, I've said this a million times, I don't think that it should be a privilege. I think it should be a right, the same way that, they go to school and have to do math and science and, history. I think that the arts should be the same option for them. We had just a wealth of opportunity and facility, and I think the budgets were very different back then. And consistently over the past 20, 25 years, I think these budgets have just been like hacked to bits. More information is accessible to these kids, more than I think small little brains and hearts can handle at a certain age. And I feel like that makes the arts more imperative than ever for them to be able to express themselves, find community, have a reason to get out of bed and go to school every day.
Now join us once again as we revisit the beautiful country of Cuba for a heartfelt performance by violinist Chabeli Obregón.
Hola, mi nombre es Chabeli Obregón, soy cubana y quiero agradecer muchísimo al FrontLine Choir y a los FrontLine Workers por invitarme a formar parte de este lindo proyecto. Y nada, un besote.
Our essential workers, thank you for being on the front line. I don't know how you have done this. This is a lift extraordinaire. I thank you, and we would be nowhere without you all. Our regional theaters are hurting. Our community theaters are hurting. Yeah. Our schools are hurting.
Right.
It's frightening. People don't understand how art infiltrates every corner of your life. I mean, and art stays with you no matter what. We are shut down, but I'm still an artist. I still do art. I can stand in my living room and sing and act and dance. I can do all of that. What I'm missing is the real life, the exchange. Even if you're doing a movie, you're doing it with somebody. There's, as you're saying, the collective nature of that room, that all of that energy goes into any performance you see. Oh my God, thank you for doing this. This is amazing. It's an amazing, how often does that happen? And knowing we have such talented people, New York brings all the arts here. That's the first thing.
a lot of people don't know this about the Great Theater Massacre. And that was a big deal. People really truly thought this was the beginning of the end of Broadway. We've been through hard times before, and this is the worst.
Yes.
But
yes.
We're gonna get through this again. And just in case, we're gonna come in and help you.
It was weird to send out the audition video and without ever meeting these people or teaching them things. Like, I'm getting the video back, and so I'm like, these are perfect strangers I've never met, and they're doing my choreography. I was like, this is so surreal.
And that's what we want to interview you guys on this whole process too of the dance segment. What was it like doing what you just said, basically? I'm so glad we're recording right now because, well, there it is.
We're having theater workers, performers coming in to actually also participate and sing a song for frontline workers. And then we're gonna have dance, because you can't have a show without dance.
No.
No, you cannot have a show without dance. No, absolutely not. And so we're having dance.
Right now, I have also confirmed with the dance segment, if you will be Miss Bebe Neuwirth. Bebe Neuwirth is absolutely thrilled. I sent this over and she goes, oh my God, thank you so much for getting this in front of me. I'm in 100%.
You know, there's so many projects that you see where they just, let's put a dance number here. I'm like, no, I want dance to be woven, because I want the dance to also tell the story. You founded the Dancers Resource through the Actors Fund. How did this initiative come about, and what does it offer dancers?
I had 2 hip replacements, one year and the other one 2 years later. While I was going through this process, I recognized to myself, I was aware of just how traumatic it is emotionally. And then I thought about it, it got me starting to think more deeply about it. We need a program for dancers who are injured, who are not going to stop dancing, they're going to continue dancing, but we need a place for them to safely get help in that, just their emotional trauma. It's not just for actors, it's for sound engineers and wig makers and ushers as well, and it's national. A lot of people think, oh, it's just for people in Broadway shows. It is absolutely not just for people in Broadway shows.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
In honor of those who work tirelessly on the front lines of healthcare, please help me welcome our theater friends from all over the world performing to the song Rise by Elisa Nicholas and Andrew David Sotomayor, with choreography by Kathleen Brazy and John Scott.
Rise. There's something that pulls at you. Rise. There's a moment that's bigger than you, that needs you now. Don't know how, but you do. current condition while the future's so unsure. And still you find the strength to give us more. For some it's too high of a price. Some call it self-sacrifice. Drives you on and on and on. It's a debt we can never repay, a thanks we can never convey. So this song is for you. Still you rise, yes you rise. Still you rise and rise and rise and rise and rise. Still you rise another
How all of this came together was because people truly wanted to help people, for me to try to unite people together, to raise awareness and money for the Actors Fund and for those who work in theater and those who work around theater.
And when you hear Actors Fund, it's not just actors. It's the people that pull the curtain. It's the lighting guy. It's singers, dancers, writers. The Actors Fund takes care of anybody in the business all over the country. So it's not just Broadway. Birdland has been entertaining people since 1947. This stupid virus is not going to get us down. We're looking forward to healing people's hearts and minds with music and entertainment. And the arts have always brought us together.
I think what's going to happen is that people are so starved for it that it will probably come back even stronger than before.
I am a brave heart.
We are Brave Hearts.
I am a brave heart.
Does anyone have eyes on Megan Hilty and Brian Gallagher? Okay. Can you get them to place, please? Great. Thank you.
Hey everybody, I'm Megan Hilty.
And I'm Brian Gallagher.
We sing this song to our kids every night.
Every night.
And it brings them comfort. And we hope it does the same for you. We are extremely grateful for all of the frontline workers. So thank you, thank you. This is for you. Why are there so many songs about rainbows and what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions and only illusions, and rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Who said that every wish should be heard and answered when wished that it's probably magic. Have you been half asleep, and have you heard voices? I've heard them calling my name. Is it the sweet sound that called the young sailors? The voice might be one and the same. I've heard it too many times to ignore it. It's something that I'm supposed to be. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers and me. La 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 la. The lovers, the dreamers and me.
Lights 2 and house out. Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please sit back, relax, and enjoy Act 2.
Hi, I'm Tim Shriver. I'm the co-founder of something we're calling Unite. I've spent my career in education, in the Special Olympics movement, and I just want to say how proud and honored I am to be included in Brave Hearts for Broadway. I wish I were being included as a singer. I wish even more I were being included as a dancer, but really all I can be included in as is a cheerleader for the work of the frontline workers, a cheerleader for bravery itself, as its own reward, the gift of giving of yourself even in the face of risk, because we all know, and you have shown us, that we are part of something bigger than ourselves, even when it means risking it all. For the thousands, millions of sacrifices that frontline workers have made to keep us healthy, to keep us fed, to keep us hopeful, I say thank you. For the brave hearts that have animated the spirit that has brought each one of you into contact with those who need you, I say thank you for listening to what is best within you. And to those who are watching now, wondering what you can do, please give. Give of your time, give of your treasure, give of yourself. And know that as these frontline workers have taught us, that to give is to receive your best self in return. We're not out of this mess yet. We have a lot of work to do to end the division and divisiveness in our country, the injustice, the inequality, the racism, the great fear we have of one another. But with the frontline workers as our guides and brave hearts as our model, I think we can do it. So thank you to each of you.
We look to artists in times of despair and crisis and don't give them half the credit and support that they need. Legacy Entertainment Arts Foundation is my nonprofit where our mission is to advance entertainment, the arts, and social justice by supporting other nonprofits and those in the entertainment and the arts.
We all should be interested in social justice. We should have been interested 50 years ago, 100 years ago. Wake up and just love your fellow human. No matter what.
Right, because we are all in this together. That's why I said we are of the human race. There are no races. We're just different shades. It does take teamwork and reaching across race divides to make stuff like this work. What can I do as a lawyer to kind of bridge what my creative side and my professional side as a lawyer? And I said, I have to create a platform to bring awareness that people like you are doing this work, because that's how we get copyright laws changed. That's how, we get grants and funding done, is by, pushing these causes and bringing that awareness. So I am your champion. So I want to be your cheerleader and encourage you and your colleagues and your comrades. So whatever I can do to help us all move forward.
Good things will come my way if I let them. We don't really have a plan, but when did we ever? Now I'm a bit confused, and that is nothing new, but I've seen how life can
From everyone at the Theater Makers Studio, we want to thank the Frontline workers for their service and the Frontline Choir for supporting Theater Makers through the Actors Fund.
One final time, let us head back to Cuba for a performance by singer and musician Cesar Lopez. Enjoy.
Como yo.
Generation goes through some global event, and usually in the world's past they were wars. This is its own war, there's no question.
And also I feel like we are collectively grieving as well. You went through a horrific loss of your father during this time. How did that affect you, and how did you process that?
I'll admit, I'm not sure if I have fully processed it. He had a stroke. He's an example of one of those people who, life and death continue on during COVID. I said goodbye to him in the emergency room, and I just remember thinking, is that going to be the last time I see my dad? That I have to say goodbye to him just like that? Thanks to the people that were on that floor, from the 17 nurses that were there, the doctors who, again, I can't even imagine how many ways they were being pulled that time, to the social worker. And I have to call her out specifically. Her name was Kelsey. I was like, oh, she's going to help. And whatever you need, whenever you need it, text me. I'm off tomorrow, but I'll be here for you. I'll connect you with the right person. Anytime you want to FaceTime with your dad, let me know. You have other people that want to call, let's line them up. She was unbelievable to me. And at the end of it, I was so effusive and so thankful. She was like, this is what I do.
Can you put it more directional, coming from this way instead of a side? Try to get it more in your face. I got that, the my little light, and it holds a phone.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Let's tell ghost stories.
Molly, have you gotten all of, I just keep loading things into that box for you.
Oh, yours? Yeah, with your videos?
I just keep loading whatever.
Probably the third video will start showing more of the production team now.
You've already popped up in one. Get over yourself.
Yeah, Elisa, damn.
This is another soundbite for you.
Oh, I like that one.
I gave you the updates on the EKG rhythm. I think that was the only problem. When you see this and then you see that, that's flatline. That's not good.
How are you, doll face?
You're muted.
Oh, am I? Can you hear me now?
Oh, wait.
This is crazy!
You're bringing disco back.
If you want to dance, it's been a rough year. Let's dance.
I used to break dance when I was a kid.
I know we're thousands and thousands of miles away from each other, but that would just make me feel so bad if you hurt yourself using my choreography.
What are you wearing?
I don't know. I wanted to talk to you about that because I feel like we should coordinate.
Which song was it?
Care for you?
No.
The other one, because we care?
Like a floral?
Floral.
Little Beast meets In the Heights.
And it's nonstop production headquarters of the house. I'm down at the pool with my big floppy hat on. Michael, what can I do for you?
Oh. The animal should not be allowed in here.
If I dressed it up with this number.
Exactly.
Does that spark joy for you? Is there anything in there that you could use?
That's totally joyful.
I can spit on my back. I can spit on my head. I don't know if I can spit on my head anymore, but
Yeah, you might want to save that for we don't want any injuries.
All right. See you soon.
It was incredibly difficult, even though all three of us have years of experience. We've never went through anything like that before.
You know, you get burnt out doing that job for so long. I always tell people I was with the best group. If I had to go through COVID, I was with the best group to go through it with. We looked out for each other.
I think that when we were there, I think we didn't really think about it. We just went and we did what we had to do. I really don't think that this is something any of us want to face again. But if we have to, I know that we will. And, you know, we're tough cookies.
I've said this before, that it's like theater's on life support. And who's better to take care of people on life support than us?
All the Hollywood actors and all those famous people, if they can chip in a little bit, that would be wonderful.
Hi everyone, I'm Mandy Gonzalez, and I am thrilled to be joining FrontLine and essential workers from around the world to help honor and uplift everyone in our theater community. Now, I know these past months have been filled with unbelievable worry and uncertainty, but as my fearless squad will tell you, we are so much stronger when we come together to share what we love. And when our venues reopen, we want you to be there with us, healthy and well. So when you are out and about, wear a mask so that we can once again share the magic of live performance. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for supporting the Actors Fund. And I can't wait to see you again when our theaters reopen.
Miss Lorna Luft, Miss Lorna Luft, this is your place to call. Please head to the stage. Thank you.
I'll be here tomorrow, alive and well and thriving. I'll be here tomorrow. It's simply called surviving. If before the dawn this fragile world might crack, someone's gotta try and put the pieces back. So from beneath the rubble, you'll hear a little voice say, life is worth the trouble. Have we a better choice? So let the skeptics say tonight we're dead and gone. We'll be here tomorrow, simply going on. I'll be here tomorrow, alive and well and thriving. I'll be here tomorrow. It's simply called surviving. If before the dawn this fragile world might crack, someone's gotta try and put the pieces back. So from beneath the rubble, you'll hear a little voice say, life is worth the trouble. Have we a better choice? So let the skeptics say tonight we're dead and gone. We'll be here tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow, simply going on. Thank you.
People yelled at me on the street, stop dressing that way, and you're a man in drag, and
and talked about my genitalia literally on the street. That wasn't going to stop me from doing the thing that I believed was true for me.
Right.
So if public shaming didn't work for the people that we love, why would it work for the people that we don't?
Disclosure is on Netflix.
Oh.
One of the best documentaries that I think I've ever watched.
It's about the trans community, and it's by the trans community.
Right.
So I think that has a lot to do with it too. There were trans people behind the camera, there were trans people on set, there were trans people doing research. So I think that has, when you're talking about history of a very particular community and you ask that community, I think that makes all the difference. I'm the first trans person, well-open trans person, to play a role in Wicked. I would get messages from all over the world from trans kids that said, I know I can be in a Broadway musical.
Hi everybody, I'm Annaleigh Ashford, and for tonight's performance I'm wearing a turban, my wig, and my Hooray for Healthcare Workers t-shirt. We are so grateful for you and all that you do, and I'm so excited for tonight's performance from BraveHearts for Broadway and the FrontLine Choir and friends. Have a great show!
I have to say, people that are inspired by the arts, I feel like we're all intertwined with healing. And then you went into working with people to heal them. So talk about how you got into working with elderly people.
I've been there since beginning of last year, so beginning of February. And I think, oh my goodness, it's like we're all teachers and we're all students. And the dementia wings where I work, you get these people that can't even string a sentence together, but they hear songs that they recognise and then they just start singing along. I did do a youth worker's job. I was writing songs with these kids and they were getting to express, they were really very damaged children and some were teenagers, and they used to be able to, use those emotions to write down music. You've got to also allow yourself as an artist to be vulnerable, and when they see that you're sharing that vulnerability, that allows them to then break down some of those guarded up walls, and I just think that that's why the arts are so important.
And I feel like most of us have become artists because of that reason. We don't want anyone to feel alone. We want them to know that we've been through it and we can tell the story and make them go, oh, so my family isn't that crazy.
I am a Braveheart.
I am a Braveheart.
I'm a Braveheart.
People often say, oh, Dr. Theatre, because, it doesn't matter how you're feeling, as a performer, you end up, if you go in to the show, you'll end up feeling a whole lot better by the end of it. There is something about, for me, musical theatre that, is like no other. We get, an overture to get us in the mood. Plays don't have TV, film has it. We have an overture.
Yeah.
And we do thing start to finish. We tell the whole story. In one sitting, and it's the biggest privilege that I've ever had and could ever have. And I really do feel that I still can't believe my luck that I get paid to do this for a living,
Theater will be one of the last things to return, and especially for nonprofits, it's going to be a really, really hard road to make it until that day when they can reopen safely. It's not a luxury. It's not just for the elites. It's not something people do as a pastime. It actually is a huge economic driver. Without the theater, and I mean all over the country, of course, particularly in New York, but all over the country,
right?
It injects so many dollars into the economy. I think billions of dollars, and I don't think people realize that, and I think a lot of politicians don't realize that.
The Actors Fund, who helps everyone in entertainment, they're doing so good, but you got to keep that, their income has to keep coming in.
I don't know what our industry would do without the Actors Fund. Literally a lifesaver for so many people.
It is not to entertain. While entertainment is valuable, there are all these different ins and outs along the spectrum of the arts that have nothing to do with entertainment. It is much more about how do we, on a personal level, interact with each other? How do we closely listen? How do we have empathy and compassion? How do we act upon things in effective, efficient ways? Because we know what that person needs.
Right.
You know, when you think about the I Want song in a musical, there's a reason for that. You know, what do they want and how are they going to get it? That matters. So if we put it in those contexts to say, this is a skill that will ease you into a very challenging scenario. Your work is hard. We're here to put more tools in your toolbox so you can approach that very scientific work. That's what we're saying.
Please take the time to donate now. Our brave hearts need you and so appreciate your generosity and compassion. Thank you.
Hello, my friends, how do you do? How will you spend this lovely day? Or should I say, are you okay? How will you use your mind today? There are a lot of problems showing on our news today. But if we start with our, surely we can make a way. Whoa, 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 whoa. So, it won't be easy. No, it won't be easy. But I know we'll get there someday.
You've been very busy.
I have just released an album called Love Notes.
Yes.
And of course, the opening party was supposed to be the week that the pandemic hit the States. And I've done some concerts during the pandemic. We did about 13 matinee concerts on subsequent Wednesdays. I thought, my God, I could live out the rest of my life doing cabaret concerts and not as many people would ever see me, you know, so it was very exciting. There was that feeling of what can I do?
Right.
And a lot of us had that feeling, like what you're doing right now. And you were doing the work, you know, that is completely angelic and beyond anything any of us were doing. Life took a turn of such loss for people. People lost their livelihoods and their ability to simply have the life that they knew.
What people still don't realize is that we're still in danger zone. But wear a mask, wash your hands, don't touch your face, because we're not out of the danger zone yet, you know.
No, I'm glad you're saying that.
Hey everyone, I'm Conrad Ricamora. I want to thank BraveHearts for Broadway and all the frontline and essential workers for putting together such an incredible global event to help support those who work in theater. Without the Actors Fund, many of my entertainment colleagues would have limited resources available to assist them during this pandemic. And without the generous support of people like you, this great organization wouldn't be able to do the work it does. So thank you for tuning in tonight to support theater workers everywhere. Now, on with the show.
Jason is my baby child, and he is 25 years old, and he is living with severe autism. My mother had bought the children a DVD of Cats the Musical, and he watched it. It was the only thing he would watch. I would want to take him because I knew he would love it, but with his autism, I did not know, you know, if he would bother other people. And then our local community theater was showing Cats, and I had a friend who knew all of the folks that worked down there, and they allowed us to come to the last dress rehearsal. And the lights went down, and he was sitting all slunched in his chair, and when the first 3 notes came on, he sat bolt upright in his seat. He turned to me and he said, "Thank you."
To see someone that can't normally communicate, definitely cannot communicate like this, to understand the beauty of theater, and his words were, "Thank you."
Thank you.
And that just is the most beautiful thing. As horrifying as it was,
Yeah.
you know, we even found theater to give us joy and happiness during all of that bad, the pandemic and stuff.
When you have Broadway, it just brings out the best in you, you know? You just can't help it.
New York just doesn't feel the same right now.
Yes, it feels dark, it feels lonely. Yeah, it really does.
Even with the lights on, you look around and it's just not the same. It's just there's something missing, and we know what it is. It's theater.
Yeah, it feels like this is such a great cause. It makes you just feel overjoyed and overwhelmed, and just, you know, I am proud to be a part of this. I feel so fantastic that you even thought to ask me. Oh my God.
It's time again to travel the globe. This time we cross the ocean to the country of Nigeria, where we check in on our brave hearts at the Leap of Dance Academy.
Hello, my name is Daniel Owosheni Ajala. I am actually the creative director for Leap of Dance Academy. Leap of Dance Academy Lagos, Nigeria started in the year 2017 on the 9th September. Currently we have 12 students here. Our students range from the ages of 6 through to 19 years old. Our dance styles are classical ballet, contemporary lyrical dances, acrobatic arts, and cheerleading. Now, Leap of Dance Academy has been able to help a lot of kids from very low income homes to be able to help them better their trainings and help them to grow their talents. Because in the area where we live, there are no such opportunities for kids to actually learn how to dance.
My name is Anthony. I am 11 years old. I am from Imo State. I started dancing at the age of 8 years old. I do liturgical dance, contemporary ballet, classical ballet, and acrobatic arts.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Dancing since I was, 4 or 5, I think.
I was 8 years old when I was first introduced to dance.
I got exposed to dance in
high school.
And I did ballet and pointe and whole 9 yards growing up, and got a little bit out of it in college.
I was a very active kid, and it helped me kind of hone my action into an avenue.
It took a lot of work for me to be able to do well in dance at all. But it was something that I wanted and something that I really had a passion for.
I found my way back into it in my early 20s, and I kind of found my way into a dance company, and one thing led to another, and next thing you know, I'm in New York training and dancing during the seasons.
Then the older I got, it became more about honesty.
You can start whenever you want to dance or to start theater or whatever, as long as you're passionate, as long as you love it.
Art equals honesty, and I felt my most honest self when I was dancing or when I was on stage.
For me, dance and theater and performing, it's a way of connecting our human experience.
That's really what we're doing. We're reminding people of the fact that frontline workers are working so hard right now, and the fact that the arts needs everybody's help, and we're telling the story of our real honest experience in COVID and how we're surviving.
Whatever makes you feel normal is what you got to do right now. Like this is not normal. COVID is not normal, this whole pandemic. And so we try to do anything that makes us feel grounded again, makes us feel a whole human.
My name is Carrie Walsh, and I am an emergency medicine resident doctor in Boston. I'm British originally, and I actually had a 12-year career as a professional ballerina before I retired from the stage. I came to America to go to school. I did both my undergrad and medical school here, and now I'm here for residency. For my career as a ballerina, I trained at the Royal Ballet School of London, and then I danced with companies such as the Royal Danish Ballet in Copenhagen in Denmark, and Norwegian National in Oslo in Norway. Performing, being on stage in the theatre was my life for so many years, and I'm really thrilled to be part of this project.
Hello, I'm Chita Rivera. I know we're living in uncharted waters, and at times it may feel like there's no end in sight. But I'm here to tell you, we will get through this. Our beloved theater community has encountered unimaginable difficulties and loss before, yet here we are. And just like we've done in the past, we will make it through to the other side, especially with the help of our wonderful healthcare friends. What you're about to hear are just a few of the letters the Actors Fund receives every day from entertainment professionals all over the country. They, like many of my friends in our performing arts community, are very thankful to have a trusted resource to rely on. So to all my theater friends around the world, we will continue to stand strong together while safely apart. And when we return to our stages, we'll be stronger and more resilient than ever before. Now please help me welcome Matt Cusson and Tyrone Brooks as they perform their song, Stand Up Again, with a special appearance by the Royal Ballet alumni and current emergency room physician, Carrie Diane Walsh.
Thank you for supporting the artists, the stagehands, the stage designers, and everyone involved with the performing arts.
For years, I've been navigating health insurance for my family through past jobs, through Cobra, as a freelancer, and as a business owner. In the end, I had to figure so much out on my own. Your health insurance presentation today was clearer than any explanation I have ever received.
I just want to say thank you to you, to the organizers, and to the many actors who donated to this fund.
Dear Actors Fund, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for the COVID-19 financial assistance grant that you blessed me with.
I just wanted to take this moment to thank everyone at the Actors Fund for the financial assistance I received during COVID-19 crisis.
I'm a stagehand. A concern I have down the road is if I will qualify for health insurance come January 1st, 2021. Thank you for helping me figure out my options amidst all that is unknown.
Thank you so much. That's a huge help and huge relief to be granted assistance. I hope that I can repay the kindness one day with donating back to the fund and supporting in whatever ways I can.
I want to thank you very much for the grant you sent me to help through this crisis. The money you sent was a great relief to me and really took a lot of fear out of this difficult situation.
Thank you so much. I got an email saying that the grant will come through. This is really a great help for me and my family.
I'm completely overwhelmed, humbled, and beyond grateful. It's an enormous help, and it's due to all of you at the Actors Fund. It's not just that you've helped me financially, but somehow it feels like the most generous offer of acknowledgement of my being in this industry that I love and cherish so deeply.
Being an actor out here for the last 8 years has not been easy, and during the coronavirus, impossible. But with your help and generosity, the money you have provided has helped me pay for my rent, and is helping me to keep my dream alive.
I just want to thank the Actors Fund for your quick response and for your help during this pandemic.
Just wanted to take a moment to send a huge thank you from the bottom of my heart for the financial assistance during COVID-19.
I would feel remiss not to send a profound thank you for the financial help I received from the Actors Fund.
I just wanted to say thank you so much for relieving the stress that I had about being able to pay rent this month. The Actors Fund is a godsend. I am so grateful.
I couldn't work. I was dealing with the fallout from cancer. I was bankrupt, and Actors Fund saved my life. Actors Fund helped me.
The Actors Fund has changed my entire center of my inner essence. You have given me such hope in these days of such sadness. You lighten my life. You lighten my spirit. I'm so very grateful and appreciative to the Actors Fund.
I'm a makeup artist. COVID-19 has ceased all production, and it's very difficult making all my bills and expenses. I was scared I might go homeless in a few months if I didn't have financial support. Thank you.
I don't know if you're secretly an angel or not, but I would like to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. But this is a gift from upstairs to me. I cannot thank you enough.
I want to thank you so much for the grant I received during this emergency. I'm so grateful and truly humbled to be the recipient of funds that I know are scarce and needed by so many. The money will truly make a difference in my family's ability to make it through this difficult period.
A note to say thank you and you are appreciated. Those words help to express a portion of the extreme gratitude and appreciation felt for each member of the team.
Hello, I'm Jelani Alladin, and I am so honored to be here with all of you tonight. I mean to think that a wonderful group of frontline and essential workers from around the world wanted to entertain us. That's just beautiful. Your songs give us all hope for a brighter future. So thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna say it one more time. Thank you for all that you've done and all that you're doing to support the community through the Actors Fund. And woo! Your voices are so incredible. And I cannot wait to hear more. You are truly changing lives. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.
One of the things that I want to do with this project is to show people that how important theater is, whether it's in your community, whether it's regionally, or whether in Broadway or West End, anywhere in the world where you have access to theater, we should support it. 100%.
Yeah, well, the arts are not a luxury, you know, though people, you know, in this country sometimes feel like we can live without them. And of course one can live without them, but at such a diminished, such a cost of diminishment of the culture. And I also think more than anything, the arts teach and amplify empathy, which is, we've been hearing that word suddenly a lot these days, but I think it is the thing most lacking in contemporary American life. And we've paid very, very dearly for the lack of it.
Yeah. Well, we've come to the end, but not really, because we get to journey on right into a holiday show on December 16th, 2020, right here on Playbill.com. But first, I want to thank everyone who participated in tonight's event, from all of our theater friends to the dancers, and of course, the Frontline Choir. Without each of you, this event would not have been possible. Thank you. Even though Let Us Entertain You is coming to an end, we won't. We will continue supporting those who work in theater long after our beloved theater is open and thriving once again. So as you enjoy the final performance from our heroes, please take this opportunity to become an arts hero yourself by donating to the Actors Fund.
Frontline Choir and Dancers, please head back to stage. It is time to close out the show.
Here's to the years and the mileage, honey.
We're here at the end, so we need your money.
Don't worry about any loss or strife. We all come together for this strange party called life.
We don't know where we're going, but we're on our way. We're all gonna get there, come what may.
This life's an adventure, so follow your heart. 'Cause only then does it become your own work of art. So let me sing it to you. That's a journey on. We've got to journey on now. That's a journey on. We've got to journey on now. That's a journey on. We've got to journey on now.
and we are out.
Doll face.
You're muted.
Oh, am I?
Oh, wait.
Hi!
Oh my god! You.
Husband just walked out of the bathroom half naked. I love Zoom eating.
Me tied. Oh!
Still not wearing pants.
Can you even see it? I can't see.
I know a whoopee spot where the whiskeys.
But the gin
Wet.
is. Excuse me.
Oh no, please just. Oh, come on. Just. Hey, come on. If I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You know there's a filter you can put on Zoom to make your face look nicer.
Yes, it's on, darling.
Yeah,
You think I wake up with these lashes?
Animals should not be allowed in here. I'm such a sucker.
That's it. I have no more.
Ha! Ha!
Great show, everyone. Yes, we should definitely do this again soon. Maybe like on a real stage next time.